Thank you for joining my lecture. Today, I talk about why did the bubble economy occur and bust. The US President Ronald Reagan implemented an economic policy called Reaganomics, which cut taxes and increased military spending. What Reaganomics, however, has brought about was huge budget deficit and trade deficit. In the United States, the trade deficit with Japan was treated as a major problem. The United States called for a stronger yen and a weaker dollar in order to reduce the trade deficit. Plaza quote. In 1985, finance ministers and central bank governors of the five industrialized nations of the United States, Japan, West Germany, the United Kingdom, and France gathered at the Plaza Hotel in New York City, the United States, and agreed to induce a stronger yen and a weaker dollar. The five industrialized nations sold the dollar to induce the yen to strengthen and the dollar to weaken. And $1 was 240 yen at the time of the Plaza Accord, but 3 years later, $1 had risen to 120 yen. At the rate of 240 yen per $1, a Japanese car of 2.4 million yen was $10,000. Stronger yen at the rate of 120 yen per $1. A Japanese car of 2.4 million yen was $20,000. Japanese automakers such as Toyota and foreign African manufacturers, which had made large profit from exports, suffered enormous damage. In Japan, amid a strong yen and a recession, the Bank of Japan lowered the official discount rate several times. The official discount rate is the interest rate on money that the Bank of Japan leads to general banks, and it is the interest rate at which ordinary people borrow money from general banks. So if the official discount rate is lowered, it will be easier for the general public to borrow money from ordinary banks. The money that was circulating in Japan was invested in real estate such as land and condominiums as well as stocks, as there was a land myth at the time, what we call a bubble economy. It was an abnormal bubble economy in which the price of land inside the Yamanote line in Tokyo was higher than that of all of the United States, which is 25 times the size of Japan. Amid the strong yen, a large amount of money was flowing out in Japan due to interest rate cuts. So many companies began to acquire overseas companies and real estate. Panasonic acquired Universal for $6.12 billion. Sony acquired Columbia Pictures for $4.6 billion. Mitsubishi Estate acquired Rockefeller Center in New York City for $850 million. People were living in a time of frenzy, traveling abroad and buying brand name goods and to home and abroad. On the other hand, houses had long been out of reach for the general public. The bubble economy, which had gone too far and was not accompanied by substance, led Japan banks to raise interest rates. People's enthusiasm for investment also cooled rapidly. The collapse of the bubble economy. Banks and companies that had invested in a lot of real estate had a large amount of non-performing loans due to the sharp decline in real estate prices. Since then, Japan has continued to experience low economic growth known as the last 30 years or perhaps 40 years. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel to maintain these education activities. I'm looking forward to seeing you again.